Hi, good day to all of you. We are here today for our first segment of Payo Mo Sagot Ko, and today we are going to talk about the top 10 problems of the youth of this generation according to them as well. We'll read their text messages and try to answer their questions and see if we can give any advice or words of wisdom to enlighten them. So to start, for the, for the number 10 problem of the youth of this generation, we have our first texter. He said, I think that one of the most understated problem of the youth today is they think everything should be easy to get and they should always be guided. Why? Well, thanks to the help of our technology, our parents, and those self-help books, everything became too convenient for our generation. Our parents are not only the ones at fault in this situation, but also the society. We understand that our parents wanted to give us the life they never had. But maybe that's just the problem. I think it's time to wake up and realize that the world doesn't spoon fed anyone. It's a big world out there, and by the time we graduate college, that big world, if we wait for our time for so long and wait to be taught of everything, will swallow us whole. I hope I answered your question. For the next texter, we have an anonymous. Here, her question is, my parents no longer wants to buy me gifts for the things I achieve. Why? Our top 9 problem maybe is we seek recognitions for the simplest thing we do. From a very early age, we have been pampered and was calibrated that whatever we do, we can sought rewards after. If we behave well in class, back in the elementary days, we were given a sticker. We were given a star sticker. We have, if we give our parents a good report card, they will buy us gifts. And this reward system has caused us to seek attention for everything that we do. And you know what's the attention teenagers normally seek today, aside from the attention of their loved ones? It is those likes, favorites, follows, and honestly, it's getting a little bit ridiculous. Hi, Anonymous. I hope I've given you a good advice. And just remember that it is always good to start growing up. Moving on. For our top 8 problem. Her problem is, after graduating from college, is there a job I can land in that could make me rich and successful already? Well, sad to tell you the truth, but getting rich quick is actually not as easy as we want it to be. Becoming successful is going to take time and effort. It's not a linear path we're going to take. Our plans may be linear as graduate, job, huge salary, success, but the path we take to get to our plans isn't as easy as it seems. We need time, effort, courage, and patience. Next, our top 7. I see a lot of teenagers posting rants about how they were criticized by someone and then when I check their page, I find the criticism appropriate. Why? Well, the reason is that teenagers today get offended when someone criticizes them, even when the intention of helping them improve as a human being, because they are programmed to brush off opinions their pretty little minds don't understand or go against with. So my only advice for teenagers listening to us today, and I hope they do, is if we know someone that has been through a certain experience and is trying to help you through the similar one, you should listen to them. Put your ego to the side and take the advice. If you don't have you don't have to listen word for word, but he will bring up some useful points to help you improve your situation. Well, next, top 6. from Anonymous again. She said, spoiled brats. Well, in my opinion, before I thought spoiled brats are only those children with the silver spoon or golden spoon in their mouths. But now I know I was wrong. Maybe because we were raised getting whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted, back then when the economy is good. But now that our country is facing a difficult time economically, it is hard for them to understand that they can't get everything that they want. And they carry this kind of notion to the workplace that affects their work ethic. And you know what? We are the most judged generation, and the older folks don't expect much from us. But then, all we have to do is prove them wrong. Prove them wrong with our work ethics, and show them that we know that the world is ours, but we also know that it doesn't owe us anything at all. Just remember that we are still the youth of yesterday's dream. Well, we'll continue for the rest of our list when we come back after a short break. Stay tuned to Payo Mo Sagot Ko, only here at 95.9 Green FM. Basta radyo, dito ka. And we're back here at Payo Mo Sagot Ko, and today we're talking about the top 10 problems of the youth of this generation. And we're down to our top 5 from our fifth texter. Teenagers always look for the easy way around. Sure enough, although we're really smart and really skilled, our downfall mostly is that we don't seem to work well in the environments that don't keep us interested. Teenagers today have really short attention span, and that's why they look for the easy way out of things. They have mastered the art of procrastination that maybe as they listen to me talking here at this very moment, they probably have a pile of work to be done. But then who cares? I know they would rather sit, relax, and listen or watch TV or go online, and then the work will come later. My advice is just to take a moment, turn off the TV, the laptop, or the radio, and do something for yourself. For the people around you. For the deadlines you have. Sitting on the couch all day will only give you one thing, aside from future back problems and added stored fats. Those are unfinished projects, unread handouts, and unsure you will list 2015 or for your year or the year you are supposed to graduate. For the top 4 from an anonymous fourth year who said, today's generation is easily confused by the obstacles they face. We have to admit that our generation hate problem solving. Instead of facing the obstacles with solutions, we let them defeat us. I think that instead of getting instantly intimidated, we need to focus more to actually overcoming the issue if we want to improve ourselves. According to an article I've read, just because someone has failed at something and they deemed it impossible doesn't mean it cannot be done. For our top 3, we have youth today rewards stupidity. It is hard, but it has to be admitted that people can get national recognition for the dumb things they do, for the dumb things they have done. For example, are those people who post senseless rants, photos, and videos that are complete and utter stupid, but people, mostly teenagers, could sympathize or in their language relate to them. They like, they comment encouraging words, and they relate to it. More teenagers in our country today that are online and have television in their homes know what's going on with the local and Hollywood stars' lives, more than what is actually going on in the world. For top 2, our top 2 is about how teenagers lack being physically reprimanded for their transgressions. Well, because nowadays it is considered child abuse if you lay a hand on your child. This is a problem because kids end up bitching their parents out, and most of the time just it just end up in a screaming match. People used to consider beatings a normal form of punishment that was really straight to the point and effective at getting the idea across. Now, people consider being grounded as punishment. If you cuss to your parents, there is nothing wrong if they decided to give you a quick smack across that mouth. Would that teach you to mind your words? Or will grounding you for a day do the job? And for our top 1, teenagers today live in an era that is too politically correct. It has come to a point in our society that where we were where we have to be extremely cautious with what we have to say because people have become way too sensitive. We cannot speak freely without offending someone these days, and this really is a nuisance. More terms have been labeled as offensive in this generation than any time before. People need to realize that not everything that is said is meant to be offensive. It is just a style of talking that people may use. So don't be so hard on those around you, as it's not all about you and what you think. If you find yourself getting offended at everything people say, it's time you realize that it's you and not them. And there you have it, the top 10 problems of the youth of this generation. I hope I have given the right explanation, right answer, or advice that you're looking for. So you can stop by again next week for another set of lists and another set of advices. For now, be kind and be your own happiness. I'm Kimmy and you've been listening to Pai Masagot Ko at 95.9 Green FM. Basta Radyo. Dito